Oh, this is Gospel Musicians coming at you with our organ extravaganza for beginners, or beginner organ extravaganza. Now, you will see here you don't see my face, which is cool. I don't mind my face not being seen. So I sat there and I said, okay, this is my first organ DVD. What can I do to make this very special? I know they need to see a real Hammond organ. I know they need to see the big boys. But as far as the instructional part, what can I do, Jamal, to make this an awesome experience for them? And what I have decided is to give you a virtual MIDI organ lesson. Never been done before. A lot of technology, a lot of man hours went into actually getting all this stuff together. So here we go. Gospel musicians coming at you. All right. So you will see here, you see my organ, you see the keys, and check this out. You can actually see the foot pedal being lit up. And you can see that. You can actually see the keys being lit. So let's do something. Now, the good thing about it is that, hey, I can move these switches on and off. I move this switch right here. Let's move these drawbars. Let's get a fat gospel organ sound here and change it up. Now check this out. Now what if I want to just do we turn the percussion on, we can turn the percussion off. As you can see here, the switches, the Leslie switch goes back and forth, so you're good. Even if I wanted to turn it off, now, well, you say, okay, Jay, this is nice, but what made you do this? Well, when it comes to a studio setting, I have to pay for studio time. I have to sit across from the guys, and I have a specific time. I might have 4 hours. I might have 3 hours for studio time. But in this scenario, I'm all yours. I can sit down. I can contemplate. I can get on the organ. I don't have to. There's no stress. I can relax, and I can actually slow down and give you the lessons that you deserve. So from a teaching standpoint, this is definitely better for me because I can actually, sit down and relax. So we have everything here for these lessons. We got the drawbar settings that you can see being switched here. As you can see, my drawbars, I can pull them out right here, turn the percussion off. There's nothing you won't be able to see when it comes to the lessons here. So here we go forward. All right, some things that you need to take a note at is obviously the top keys refer to the top registry, the bottom keys, the foot right here, and the chord name. See, this is an A flat chord right here. Now check this out. This is a D flat 6, but when I go ahead and add my bass note, you see it changes the chord. So the good thing about it is that, hey, Jamal, sometimes on the organ you can say, oh, what's your right hand chord, what's your left hand chord? Well, now you'll be able to see the bass chord associated with the with the lower and upper manuals. Hold it right there. What's that chord? Okay. That's an A9 flat 13 over a G. It's an A flat 9 13 over a G flat. It's a D major 9. So we're all good. So this is the beginning. This is the intro. We got everything set. This is the beginner's organ extravaganza with the full-blown MIDI, so you can see every single thing that we do. Okay? All right. Okay, let's get started. Let's get started on the basics of the basics. All right. What we're gonna do here, and let's adjust our drawbar settings right over here to something really nice. Let's pull this out a little bit more to make it a little warmer. Okay, so what we want to do is to begin to show you the one chord. Okay, now let's back up. The beauty of an organ and the purpose of the organ is the underbelly of your foundation. It is your pad. It is the undergirt of the entire music. It's not really used to do any soloing. It's not really used to be the forefront of the band. If you have two keyboard players, a drummer, bass player, lead player, and you got a full-blown band, you don't want your organ to be your main instrument, because the personality of an organ is to act as that of a pad. And let me show you. So you want your organ to be a nice pad. You want your organ to hold the underbelly of the music. So when it comes to the underbelly of the music, the personality of the organ is that of, you want to create movement. You don't want something to be stale. Okay, so for example, let me just play a one chord right now. That's fine, that's cool, but what a real a real organ player, what he does is he plays the organ and gives it movement. Let me show you. So that's the real purpose of the organ, is to give it movement, okay? So let's start off and looking at, we're going to be in the key of A flat for this entire DVD. I've been switching keys, and a lot of people said, hey, just stick to one key so that we can understand you. So here we go here. Let's do a regular A flat chord, okay? Let's first do our number system. In case you don't know number system, get the Urban Worship Play by Ear, Volume 1. But the number system says this: the A flat scale, A flat, B flat, C, D flat, E flat, F, G, A flat. The number scale degree: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. Okay, so an A flat major, which is the 1, is associated with the A flat. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and it's usually associated with the foundation or the bass. So we go. So when we play this one chord, A flat, C, E flat, when you're transitioning from the keyboard to the organ, you have to understand something, is that you want to don't lose what you learned already with all of the other DVDs that I did with you. Keep everything that you've already learned. That's some good stuff. When you transition, all you're going to do is make some minor adjustments. One of the minor adjustments is, number one, don't play the bass note with your left hand. Now your bass note can be assigned to your foot pedal, just like this. So that's the first thing. The second thing is your chords. Now you're going to start playing with your left hand. So I just played this one chord with my left hand. Number two is begin to play your solos and your complementary with your right hand up top. So everything together, my foot at the bottom is playing the foundation. My left hand is on the bottom lower manuals, the bottom keyboard, playing the foundation, and my right hand is soloing. So that's what we want to begin to start doing, okay? Is playing our bass with our foot pedal, playing the left hand using with our lower keyboard, and our right hand playing the solo. So let's go back to this one chord, okay? I'm going to show you different organ ways to begin to play this right hand. And let me add a little more highs over here. So through this whole thing, you're going to start seeing my drawbar settings too, and why I'm doing this. I want a little more high. So one way to play the organ, the one chord on the organ. Okay, here's your one chord, right? And let's show you that. Let's bring up the keys. Here's your one chord. All right. Now, what you want to do with your one chord, a good method on the organ is to add clusters. Clusters are very good to add a nice warm, rich pad. So clusters are playing notes a half step or a whole step next to each other, okay? So here's the A flat, C, E flat. A cluster would mean let's add this B flat and let's add this G. So you said, why'd you do that? Because when it comes to the personality of the organ is an instrument that demands warm, rich tones. So in order to provide that, one of the techniques that I use is the cluster technique, okay? When playing that one chord. Okay, so we play that one chord. Now, you ask me, Jamal, what did you do? Excuse me. What are you doing when you do this movement? And what's going on there is I'm actually playing the scale, okay? Now, because of the personality of the one chord, a major, when you're playing the organ, now this is what my right hand, I'm going to show you what my right hand is doing. This is my right hand. My left hand is doing this. I'm going to play my left hand up top. I'm normally not going to do that, but I'm going to do that just to show you what my left hand is doing, okay? Here's my left hand moving between the G, F, E flat, F, G. So that's what that's doing. That's a good technique there. So we add clusters. Because I can play that entire scale and it still sound good. And we'll get into some more classical movements a little later about the organ. Another thing that I do, which is very popular, is I play the classic gospel 1 chord. What is the classic gospel 1 chord? When you do this, okay, so let me show you that, okay? Let me begin to show you that. Now, the way that works is, the first thing, now, let me give you some little foundation of how we use our fingers. Instead of describing the fingers with the thumb being thumb, first finger, middle finger, ring finger, and pinky finger, there's a nomenclature method that we use that describes the fingers. So from the thumbs on the way out, we use the 1 system. So number 1 is the thumb, number 2 is the first finger, number 3 is the middle finger, number 4 is the ring finger, and number 5 is the pinky finger. So when I begin to call the numbers out on the thumbs, I'll have a picture of that on the DVD so you'll be able to see. So that's one of the downfalls to the organ DVD doing it all MIDI, is that you won't be able to see my fingers. But with all the lit up keys and the drawbar settings, I think it's going to be beneficial going forward. So once again, the thumb is the 1, the first finger is the 2, middle finger is the 3, ring finger is the 4, pinky for the 5 going forward. So what we do with number 1, we play number 1 on the E flat with our thumb, and then we say number, and then with our number 2, we fling number 2 to the G flat to G. So and then when we finalize it off, we play the A flat with our 3. So it goes like this: 1 2 2 3, 1 2 2 3. So thumb, first finger, middle finger, but it goes fast. So, and then immediately, once I'm playing this A flat with my, and I don't know why I do this, it's just a habit, but I'm sure there's other techniques. Once I play the A flat with my middle finger, you can maybe choose to play the A flat with your ring finger, but I immediately take my ring finger and play the A flat, and I go back here. So it's stretch, kick, hold it like this. So how does that go? The chords here on the right hand chords go A flat, D flat, E flat, A flat. And then the left hand goes between the G, F, E flat, F. So if I didn't play the top, here's how it looks basic. Right hand, left hand, right here. Let me play the left hand up top so you can see it better. So the way that goes is, okay, right hand is A flat, D flat, E flat. You can the A flat octave over here is optional. It's optional. Left hand goes G, F, D flat, E flat, like this. So together they go. So let's call every chord out. First one, right hand is A flat, D flat, E flat. Left hand is going to be just holding on this G, and your foot is going to be on the bass. So first, then the second chord, right hand is going to be A flat, D flat. Left hand is going to be F, and then left hand is going to be D flat. Right hand is going to be A flat, B flat, and you can optional E flat here. And then the final chord is left hand is going to be E flat, right hand is going to be A flat, C. Optional cluster. And then the whole movement goes like this. So when you go in between, when you're going to hit that one, you go. So that's the one chord, okay? So as you can see, when playing the one chord, I don't just play, I move it. And you're going to start seeing going in the future, that's the techniques that we have to use on the organ. You have to move the organ. You can't keep it stagnant, because if you keep it stagnant, it sounds very dull. It sounds very plain. It makes you sound very amateurish, because the organ is meant to do movements. Look at this. Some more drum bars. So that's how we go. All right, so I just wanted to show you little examples. So let's do this one more time. And that's the one chord. Okay. Okay, what I'm going to show you now is a very popular movement. It's funny because I showed you this on the early Urban Worship Classic, and one of the things that's a benefit about the chords that the Lord allowed me to play is that many of my chords are applicable to the organ, so there's not going to be that much of a transition to take my chords and move them to the organ, because of the way I learned. My first instrument was a clarinet, but I began playing on the organ before I played on anything. So the organ was like one of my first church I played for. It actually had an organ. So that's some of the techniques that I've taught you in all the other DVDs. You'll be able to easily apply them. And one of them was called the classical movement, and you have to play this on the organ. You hear a lot of musicians do this. And it's a talk music kind of thing. So we go like, And you can even do it even without the foot pedal. So you hear that a lot. So that's a very popular organ movement. So let's do it without the foot pedal and just kind of show you. The weird thing about this movement is that I'm actually not in a real key. I'm actually borrowing from E flat, a little bit of D flat, A flat, and B flat, and F. So it's kind of a weird movement. So you can do this in all the keys. So we're going to start with the B here. So pretty much here, F chord. This is an F over an A, or we can just counter the F chord. So we go to the B flat, so it's the F to the B. Left hand is A, right hand is F, A, C. Left hand is B flat, right hand is F, B flat, D. Left hand is going to be a G, right hand is going to be a F, B flat, E flat. Then this is an A flat major. Add the 9, take the 9 out. So A flat in the left hand, right hand is going to be G, B flat, C, E flat. So and just to play those two chords, it actually just the two notes. So the left hand is F and B flat. Left hand is F, right hand is going to be E flat, A flat. Left hand is going to be G flat, F and E flat. So diminished. Left hand is going to be E, right hand is E, G, B flat. Left hand is going to be D, right hand is going to be D and F. Left hand is going to be C, right hand is going to be B flat, E flat. Left hand is going to be D flat, right hand is going to be C, F. We're going to be diminished. Start over again, so it goes. And you can substitute it with the bass, obviously. But it's going to be hard to move your foot that fast. Unfortunately, my foot is not that fast to go. So it's a good talk music. It's something to fill up the space. So you're sitting there just doing talk music in the key of A flat. Actually, yeah. So it's F over A, B flat, G minor 7, A flat major 7, F minor 7, G flat major 9, E diminished, F minor, D minor, E flat major, C minor 7, D flat major, D diminished, C minor, back to F over A, B flat. So you just practice. Remember we showed you that. All right, there we go. Okay, now what we're going to do, we're going to give you another classic walk, number 2. Okay, and this walk is very simple. So we're going to do it in the key of A flat, okay? So how this walk works, let me give you an example. So that's how that works right there. So the thing about that classic walk is that you hear that all the time. You're going to hear that all the time. So it goes from So the thing about the classic walk is that I got to begin to show you some dynamics in this classic walk. The dynamics are the intervals. So it's actually a 1 2. It's actually a third 1 2 1 2 3, and then we just take it. It's almost like a C scale, and you pull out that 1 2 3 4 5. So you pull that out, and then you take this C all the way down here. You kind of go up in a scale type of thing. So this interval here, so the interval here, let's call it out. You got to go lower. Don't stay up here. Go lower. C and the E, D and the F, and then that's an E minor. So let's call the chords out. Actually, that's just C. D minor, E minor, F, G major, A minor, B flat major, C minor, D minor, E flat major, F minor, G minor. So that's how that works. So the scale goes like this. So what you want to do on a passing tone, you go down from the G chromatically, G, G flat, F, E. Then we go to E diminish. Okay, so left hand C, C, E. Then we wait on this E. Then we play the E diminished with the D flat, E, G, B flat. So we go C, B, B flat. We can play that G flat because it forms this A diminished or G flat A diminished. So it's G flat A, C, E flat. Walk it down from the C. So here's how it goes. Now here's what your bass foot would do. tritone right here. So when we go right here, so left hand is just going to be a B flat minor 9. So I'm going to show you everything. So right. Here's the whole movement. The bass, you can double the bass with your right hand. Wait. So when we hit the E, let's go ahead and hit that E. We'll go ahead and hit that E diminished. So then we end right here on this F minor. F, C, A flat, E flat, A flat. We can play the F regular. Diminish here. And then with my left hand, I'm hitting this. Right hand, I'm hitting this. Right hand, I'm hitting the A flat, C, D flat, F. Then left hand and right hand. So go do 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 do. So how does that go? As that goes, I'm gonna call the numbers out. 4, 3, 2, 1. So 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1, 2. 4, 3, 2, 1, 2. So so B, C, D flat, B flat. So I showed you that on the 1 chord. Now on this 5, instead of going nah, classic, it's classic. All I'm playing is the E flat, G, C, E. So now notice. Now watch how I use the Leslie switch. I was about to say sustain. Watch how I use the Leslie switch. When I want to, cause I'm walking up in this movement, right? Regular. Right here. That's when I want to do the Leslie, because I change the Leslie according to the strength of what I'm recording. So watch this. The left hand is going to be A, B flat. Right hand is going to be a G flat, A, C, E flat. That's the second gospel walk. Okay, this movement is going to be long, but it is going to be fun. This is the classic tritone fatness circle. You can't do it on a piano. You can't do it on the keyboard. You can, but it just doesn't sound right. So let me. So, that's how the movement goes. And let me get this a little darker tone here. Take this down a little bit, and take the volume up a little bit. Take these tones down. When I say darker tone, see, when I pull this out, I don't want that. I want a deep, dark tone. I already got my percussion on normal. Let's change that to slow and make that a third there, so we can so we can really. So this is how the movement goes. Woo! So this movement may seem a little advanced at first, and I know this is marked for beginners, but what gives me my secret sound and my fatness are I use these movements all the time. Now, if you don't understand tritones, please, by all means, of course, I'm going to promote myself, but I have a DVD strictly focusing on tritone extravaganza. So if you don't have the tritone DVD, please, by all means, get that DVD. So let me. So, all right. Yeah, let's get started here. All right, let's get started. All right. What is a tritone? I'm going to give you a quick overview on what a tritone is. A tritone is just what the name signifies. A tritone meaning three. So if this is my root note, if I go three above that, 1, 2, 3, that's three tones, three whole tones above it. Now, if you want to look at it in a combination of semitones, it's actually 6 semitones. So if this is my root on F, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Now let's do a little history of the tritone and the harmonics and everything with the organ. Remember, we showed you a little part earlier in this DVD on the part 2 of the organic portion. I showed you the dynamics of harmonics. Harmonics are the things, or harmonics and overtones are the things that add fatness, that add real rich fat tones. Now, the organ already has a combination of overtones within this thing right here, these black ones. They add a nice set of overtones already for the organ, built right in. Now, if you take the overtones that are already given for the organ, and you couple that with more dissonant sounds with the tritones like this, you get a incredibly fat, rich sound. So the purpose of this tritone is the tritones in the organ are brother and sister when it comes to gospel fat sound. If you don't want to play tritones, then just get off the organ, because tritones is what really adds that rich rich combination of overtones and fatness. So tritones are going to be a significant part of your entire keyboard playing, and this is just for beginners, so I'm only going to show you this one tritone walk, and because the other tritones are very, it takes a while to get tritones. So so watch this. All right, let's begin. I'm not even going to use the right hand yet. So let's just get started with the tritone circle, all right? How does that work? This tritone is like what do they call this? A F with no third and flat to 5. So F flat 5, so to speak. And now rather than trying to make you memorize every single chord that is associated with the tritone, I want to make you understand the relationships between the tritone and the bass. So this tritone right here, we call this the F tritone. The actual chord is a F flat 5. Now what goes with this is this G. So this makes this chord a G7, all right? And you've seen me play G7s and stuff like that before. So here we go right here. So we got this G7, C7, F7. So all I'm doing, so what I said was this 7th is what makes the fatness, but I reconfigure my fingers so that I can play a tritone while I'm playing the 7th. So or we can go so that's how that works there. So it's a real fat sound here, and let me change this percussion to fast just to give me a little. All right, so now we see the combination here. Then right here. So the thing is, let's go down. Now, this is going to be weird, but the bass can move both chromatically and in a circle of fourths, a cycle of fifths. Let me show you the cycle first of all. The cycle goes like this. It goes. It goes. So that's the cycle. It goes. That's the cycle. So it goes. Look at my bass pedal. So that's the cycle. That's how the cycle goes. Let's do the cycle. A, D, F, G, C, F, B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat. That's how that cycle goes. So let's do the cycle starting from the A, D, G, C, F, B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat to the G flat, all right? So that's how that cycle works, all right? So the cycle, now watch me move from A chromatically. I can still move chromatically. So if I'm moving chromatically or I'm moving in a cycle, they still work. So let me show you the, let's don't do the right hand yet. Let's just do the chords. So associated with this A, so a good way to give a tritone associated with the bass. If this is the bass, all right, right here, then move down a whole step down to the G, form the tritone. All right, so if we're on the G, move down a whole step to the F, that's the tritone. If we're on a F, move down a whole step to E. I'm sorry, a whole step to an E flat, and that's the tritone. Now you see how I'm moving chromatically? Watch this. Now watch me move, starting with the A. Now watch me move, instead of moving down chromatically on my bass pedal, watch me move in a circle. You see that? So that's the trick. You have both of choice in your foot pedal to play the chromatic or the circle. So here's the, now what goes with the right hand? All right, here let's start off at this A. All right, we said if the bass is A, then my tritone, if I take it up, go down to G and form the tritone. Now my right hand to that is going to be a G flat, B, E flat. So these all go together. So this chord is a B flatted 13th over A, a B flat flatted 13th over A flat. So the chord is a flatted 13th over an A. So by itself, without the bass, it's we could say it's a flatted 13th. So let's move it. So here's everything together. I start with a regular bass, A. I say, what's the tritone to go with A, Jamal? Well, if that's A, go down a whole step to G, form the tritone. My right hand associated with that is going to be a B major. All this together makes a B13 over a B flatted 13th over A. And now we can just move like we did chromatically. Now I can also solo up here. So let me call my fingers out. This is E flat, F, A flat, B flat, C. So if we're in A flat, it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 5, 6, 1, 2, 3. So So that's how that works. Let's do it one more time. I'm starting with the A. Then with my left hand, I say, if I'm starting with the A, I got to go with the G. Form the A. Just walk it in a circle, circle. Everything here is going down chromatically. Same notes, just going down chromatically. What I'm doing in my foot, I'm doing that in a circle. Now, if I want to use my right hand, then I won't have my left hand to play that other chord over here. So I just do my solos. So I just go. So I'm going to show you those runs a little later. So sometimes what I do when I want just like a fat talk music, and I just simply just play around with this tritone and just So now what I did, let me show you that 251, because I know you're like, what you did? You ain't show me that. 251 here, real quick. 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5. So 1 2 3 4 5 1 4. I'm sorry, 5 1 4. So we go. The bass is the E flat. Right hand is the so this chord is a E minor 9. It's a D sharp 9 over a G sharp or A flat. So G flat, F A C. That's how you resolve that tritone. So you're going over here like. When we go to this F bass, that's when we go to the 514. So let's do a little. All right, that's that funky tritone. I know this was a long one, but I wanted to show you all the details. Okay, this next movement is going to be a pretty fun movement. A lot of the movements that I'm showing you, I've already showed you on the keys, but obviously you got to play them a little different on the organ. So this next movement is the circle of fifths with soloing. Okay, now remember, with the organ, you have a whole bunch of more, you have many more options than you do with any other instrument, because you have the foot pedals where you can actually play the bass, and you have two keyboards, or lower and upper manual, in which to go ahead and play with your left and right hand. So that gives you three things to do at the same time. Okay, so let's go look at these drawbar settings first of all. Drawbar settings are, I pulled out the white one, the two white ones in this, and let me pull this out a little bit more. This gives it a little bit more of a warm feel. Let me let you know. So it gives you a warm feel, but it's not too dark. So I pulled out some of these. Then for my top manual right here, I pulled out this one. Let me pull this out a little bit more, and I turned the percussion on to normal, and let's go fast here. Go to the third. Okay, so. So it goes like this. So I don't like the way that sounds on the upper manual. I want to keep popping it. So I'll go, I'm staying at normal. Let's keep this at fast. And let's take this down to the second, okay? All right, so that's how that sounds. So let's get this started with the circle of fifths, okay? I've already kind of shown you the circle of fifths, but let's see how the circle of fifths apply when you have your organ. So once again, the bass of the circle of fifths, we're in the key of A flat. Circle of fifths would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let's go back to our keys here. It would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It'd be 6, 2, 5, 1, 4. Okay? So let's look at our bass. 6, 2, 5, 1, 4. Like that. All right? So remember what we said. We play the foundation of the bass with our foot. So it would go like this. 6, 2, 5, 1, 4. Okay? So what would the chords be? So it would be simply, I play with my left hand. F minor 9. We flatted it. That would be a B flat 13. And then we go to E flat minor 9. And that would be an A flat 13th. And that'd be a D flat major 9. And if you want to resolve it, you go back to the G flat 7. Okay? Chords, bass, F, left hand, because remember we're playing it with the E flat, G, A flat, C. We just flat this, the D, so D, G, A flat, C. Left hand, the foot is going to be E flat, G flat, B flat, D flat, F, flat it, G flat, B flat, C, A flat, C, E flat. Now another a substitution for this B flat 13 would be this D minor 9. So here it goes like this. It really sounds good. You will start to know that the same neo-soul movements that I taught you in all my other DVDs sound very good on the organ. So here's the regular way. So here we go, and don't worry about what I did in the right hand. I'll show you some of that later. So once again, the benefit of the organ is that I write with my foot in my left hand. Now I have a right hand to do some other stuff. Now one of the things that I do in my right hand, because I'm in the key of A flat, this is a Jamal special. I don't know if anybody else does this, but I know this is something I do. So it's just A flat chord, D flat, A flat, D flat, A flat. It's just now here's how it sounds with the kind of gives it that real. Now when we go here, remember I showed you this before. We're gonna do a little tritone with the G flat and the C. This chord all together is a D7 sharp 9 over a G sharp. So all I'm doing is A flat, D flat 6, or you can just D flat. And then roll this. So A flat chord, D flat, A flat, D flat, A flat. So all of it goes up. That's that one. Now, one thing about the organ is that, remember, you got your left hand doing this. It's all left hand, okay? Your right hand can just do some nice. You will notice, too, a lot of my runs go from the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3. It's kind of like an R&B type of thing that you hear in the old school R&B, like 90s type of thing, but I've kind of kept it. It just always sounds good. You can never go wrong. Remember, you got this top too, so. And remember, you can always solo at the top. Let me show you some of these runs. So it goes boom boom dun 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 dun. So it's E flat, F, A flat, B flat, C, F, roll the F, E flat, F, E flat F, twing, fling, F, E flat, D flat, so wait, dun, 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 dun. C, fling the E flat, C, the B flat to the C, then D flat, that's that scale there. It's like a B scale. You can play a B scale when you play this F sharp 7 or this G flat 7. You can play a B scale. So here's how it goes. Boom, 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 blah, da, dum, dum, blah, da. B scale. You can do any combination. That circle of fifths on the organ is just beautiful. Now remember the substitution. So I just did that, so F, E flat, F, E flat, C, B flat. So. So then now let's do this other. So it's old school, but it's still good. Remember, you're playing the organ, so if you throw some old school runs in there, you can't go wrong, man, because it's still an organ. This is an old school run. This is like a So C, A flat, B flat, F, A flat, E flat, F, C, E flat, B flat, C, A flat, B flat, F, A flat, E flat, E flat. Just keep going. Let me see how this sounds. So you kind of come on. So you can do that, or I like to combine it, because if you just do it all the way down, it doesn't sound as good. So let's look at this run. This is the same run I showed you in the Urban Worship Classic. Remember 1, 2, 3. The thumb is 1. First finger thumb is 1. First finger is 2. Middle finger is 3. Ring finger 4. Pinky 5. So 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2. So 3, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1. So I'm just crossing right here. 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 3, 1, 3, 2, 1, 3, 1, 3, 2, 1, like that. So right here, I'm doing the same with the 4, 4, 4, 4, and just going down with my ring finger. So here's how it goes. 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So let me do it slow. Let me do it again slow, real slow. Almost Chinese. Now let's do this all together. Here we go. Now, this will help build. This is, other than just a fat movement, this is a movement that will help build your dexterity with doing all three things at the same time. Here we go. Let me try and do it as slow as I can. So that's the melody. So here's a bop. Now when we switch to that D, the scale you can run there is that can be it. That's when you go to that D minor, you can play you can play an A blues scale. So here's a so just play A blues scale right there. So now remember the walk. Remember the tritone walk I showed you. Wait, watch this. Do it slow. So right here when I'm doing this, I'm doing the A flat scale, but I know I'm gonna go to that D minor, so I'm gonna go. And you gotta do that E when you're doing that. When you go into that D minor. That's that movement. That's the circle of fifths full blown on the organ. You can see how beneficial it is to play stuff like that on the organ. And then you can always add flavor. So we're doing it. And remember, instead of going chromatic, we can go circle. Now watch this. So circle. There we go. Okay, I'm going to start showing you some just some A flat runs, some of the stuff I do. So one of the things I do, you can do through talk music in the A flat. This is my 1, 2, 3, 4. You'll hear that a lot in the organ. So let me show you how the organ goes. It go. So all it is a simple, just an E flat down to a C. 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So say I'm playing a B flat minor, a B flat minor 9. So just simple. Then you can do it over here with the B flat. So sorry, let me bring these keys up for you. Show this again. E flat, E flat, So when we do the E flat minor 9, we go. Then the so let me show you. And then watch this. So since I'm playing this this A flat major 9, and the A flat major 9, the sweetness lies on the 7. So I want to emphasize the 7 on this solo. So I kind of almost play a almost a E flat scale. E flat scale. I'm borrowing from the E flat scale, and I'm borrowing from E flat, and I'm just not playing the 7 in E flat. So here's the E flat scale. Don't play the 7. So it goes. So when you're playing that E flat, when you're playing that A flat major 9, when we're in the key of A flat, we can do like a E flat scale. Two ways to look at it. We can borrow from E flat, and we negate the 7, and we add the flatted 1, 2, 3. We add to the E flat scale. We take out the 7. We add the flatted 3. Or you can look at it like we're actually playing a C minor blues scale. So you can play a C minor blues scale over top of this A flat major 9. Okay, so it's Why can we do that? Because if you look at the notes, this actually looks like a C minor blues scale. So here we go. So we go. Right here is an E flat. It's an E flat 7, E flat 9. Actually, when I add this C, it makes it an E flat 13. So so we got now another one is that I showed you that on one of my DVDs, but it sounds really good on the organ, and I'm gonna show you the chords to play with it. So it's 3 2 1 3 2 1 3 2 1 3 2 1 3 2 1 3 2 1 3 2 1. So I'm gonna combine what I did in the other lesson. So just to get a jump start. E flat, F, A flat, B flat. So it's 1 2 3 4 4 4 4 4 4. I do that a lot. I slide that down. I'm not saying that's proper. The proper way would be to use your pinky, or use number 5 would be 1 2 3 4 5. So it sounds real good in the lower registers, and let me change this to some lower registers here, because it sounds really good when you're playing that. And let me add a little bit more here on the top manual here, so it sounds real good when we're doing that. So it goes something like a little bit too much. I kind of like this ruggedness that this adds. Okay, and we go right here. So we go. So So like that. And so let me lower this. Let me lower the volume of this so you can actually hear the runs a little better. All right? And sometimes you're going to have to do that on the organ. Sometimes you really want to emphasize that top one, and the volumes don't match up, so you have to lower it. So there we go. So here we go. So we go. Somebody said, all right, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 4, 3, 2, 1. So here we go. Just look at the notes. I'm going to do them slow. So here we go. Here we go. Here we go. There we go. Or let's do this 7-6-3. That's so it. So let me. Or we can do the 5. This sounds really good on that. I don't like this. I need some more. I need some more on this. So let me raise these. Let me give me some more volumes here. I really want to emphasize this with that. And let's put the percussion on. All right. So now let's do that. Just a simple 5-1-4. Or we can do it a circle of fifths. Woohoo! That's how that works right there. There we go. Let me do that again. Or we can just do the 5-1-4. So let me do it again. So let me call the fingers out. 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1. 2, 3, 4, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 1, 3, 2, 4. So 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, and then after we do 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. 1 back I'm sorry 4 3 2 1 2 3 4 3 2 1 2 3 4 1 2. So it sounds good on that circle of fifths or just the 5-1-4. So here we go. So my fault. Let me start up a little higher. Or we can do, let's do just a 5-1-4. It sounds better faster. Or fast on the, That's how that works right there. Okay, here we go. Okay, this is what you've been waiting for, and that is the shouty shout. So let me show you what we got here in our drawbar settings. We pull these all out like this, and we have this couple of these right here. Pull this out about right here. We pull these out. We turn the percussion off. Okay, we turn the percussion off because we don't want percussion. We want to growl. We don't want to hit it. And so after you pull these all out like that, and you are ready, and the preacher's getting ready. He's getting ready to go in. We wanted to remind you of what we talked about before. Remember, you don't want to lift your fingers. You don't want to lift your fingers when you're playing the keys. You want to say least path resistance, okay? So let's get ready and give you some of Jamal's shouting chords and stuff, and get to ground. All right, let's get this going. So, this is my right hand here. And my left hand is going to go like this. And so I'm just playing these two chords with my left hand. Actually, I'm going to play my left hand up top, okay? Then I'm going to go... So... So it's going to be G flat. It's going to be a stretch, but you can do it. It's going to be G flat, D flat, F, A flat. And then my left hand is going just back and forth. F, E, E flat, D. And then my bass is going to be the A flat. D flat 11 over A flat. So my bass is going to be C, and I'm going to play a ditone. I'm going to double it up. I'm doubling up the bass. Sometimes you do that to really add a nice, warm, rich feel. So left hand is going to be like a perfect fourth. So it's a B flat, E flat, A flat, and a C D, and C E. So the chord is a C augmenting 7 sharp 9. So and this is just a B, E flat, F, and you could either optionally do the B flat or A flat. So, and you can optionally take your pinky all the way over here and hit this B flat. So D flat 9, B, a D diminished. So it's B, B, D, F, A flat. So it goes. Back to the top. Then to resolve it, we just do that 7, then 9, and 13, I'm sorry. Just a F13. That's a F13. F in the bass. Left hand is going to be E flat, A, D. Just take it up chromatically. another thing we do when we're sitting there, we could just sit there and rest, okay? So instead of just resting here, then we go to this diminished. So hold the A flat. Adds another feel right here. This other feel right here. Now to resolve it on that 5, when we go to the E flat, let's play this tritone. So let me show you that one. So that's an E augmented 7 sharp 9. So the left the bass is going to be on the E flat. The left hand is going to play a tritone with the G and the D flat. The right hand is going to be the G flat, B, and the E flat. Now watch this last ending chord here. Woo, that's a lot of stuff. All right, that chord with your left hand, you're going to go G flat, B flat, C, F. Right hand is going to be A flat, E flat, F, A flat. Let me show you that one. So we just slide the C, E flat, F, A flat. Now, another thing I do the 1-4-2-5. So the 1-4, the 1-6-2-5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 6, 2, 5, 1. So here we go. And I combine both of them. So let's do this chord. So right here on the 1, I'm going to play this chord, the B, E flat, F, A flat. That's a G sharp minor 6 or A flat minor 6. Now all I did right here is I just moved my B down to my A. Then I moved this down to my F. So it goes like this. And then when we go to the B flat, I'm gonna play the A flat, D, and then A flat. That's a B flat 7. But when I go to the 5 with the D with the E flat and the bass, I'm gonna play the G, D flat, F, A flat. So it goes. Then you combine them. So let's do it all together, everything. Take a look at my Leslie switch. let me show you that one more time. So we do the left hand is going to be F, E flat. Right hand is going to be G flat. E. Take a look at it. Look at those chords. Left hand. Here comes the tritone. See how I slid? I slid. So let me show you something that they do on the organ here. So with my right hand up high, and with the high notes, I'm playing the G flat, A flat, and the E flat. And then with my thumb, I take my, just go. So I go C, roll it, C, E flat, F, G flat, F, E flat, B, D flat, D, E flat, B, then G flat, then the F. Here, see that? Now, I'm going to show you how to take it into a deep shout. We're going to take a preaching course into deep worship. And let me show you that. And the trick lies in the fact that you're in A flat and we're going to go to the B, the relative minor. So watch this. Now relative minor. You see, I switched between a nice little minor worship into there. So let's show that. So how do I get to that B? How do I get to that B? Well, what I do a 5-1-4 in the key of B. I said, okay, I'm in A flat minor, and I know the little brother is B. So what I want to do then, I want to. Now let's go to the G flat in the bass. That's an A major. A major 7 sharp 5. That's the 5-1-4 in B flat. I'm borrowing from B flat. I'm borrowing from the relative minor of A flat, which is A flat minor, which is the B. So the left hand is going to be, I'm playing the G and the A with my right hand. I'm sorry, I'm playing the A and the B with my thumb, one thumb. Then we go D flat, E, A flat, B. And then we're here, I just layer with my left hand here. So I got, and just drop this. Going to the B with my foot. This chord is a E6. All right. E, A flat, D flat, G flat. go to minor. So, right here, B flat, D flat, E flat, G flat, E major. Now with my first finger and my thumb, first finger and thumb, 1, 2, 1, 2, E flat. It's like a fourth, perfect fourths again. A flat, D flat, E flat, A flat. So let's do it all again. We're minor, we're minor. Then we go to the 5-1-4. Worship now. Now to get out of worship back into shouting, we go back to that diminish. Yeah. Now let me show you a little something here that I do with my right hand. So right hand is going to be G flat, A flat, B, E flat, then F, A flat, B flat, and B, D flat, then E flat, A flat, B, D flat, F, A flat. So it goes like this. Go back. You can go backward and forward. G sharp minor 7th, D flat 6, G sharp minor, D flat, G sharp minor 6. Go back and forth. Now watch this. Now with my famous tritones here, the tritones that go with this minor A flat is the F and B. So we go. Watch this. My bass is going to be on the A flat. So. I'm sorry. The tritone that I showed you earlier, and I didn't even do my own rules. Between the A flat, drop down a whole step. If the root is A flat right here in the bass, we drop down a whole step down to the G flat, and we form the tritone. So watch this. Watch this with just tritones and the movement I just showed you. So it just does just those try. So it's going like yeah. So like that. So here we go. Let's watch this. So let's just do the tritone here. So that's an A flat 7, G flat C, then down to the D flat on the bass, F and B, and then we go back up to the 2-5 with the B flat. Remember, all the rules apply. So remember, when we're on this B flat, move down a whole step, and then form the tritone. So. And then over here, I'm just playing the finger tricks like I showed you. All right, there we go. Okay, we're going to start off showing you some runs. We're going to show you some preacher chord runs. Now, the crux of any churchy type of runs on an organ, and let's look at our drawbar settings right here. Our drawbar settings look like this. I'll pull these out again. Once again, I got a nice churchy tone coming out. I don't pull this full one out. I kind of go just like this. And on the top registry here, on the top manual, I got my percussion on. I got it on normal, fast, so we get a sound like this. All right, so let me show you some of these little runs. Okay, so the crux of a gospel shout run lies in the blues scale. Okay, it's really the pentatonic scale with a blue note, but we call it the blues scale. So the pentatonic scale, penta meaning 5, in the key of A flat is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then back to the 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, what it is when you add the blue note, it's called the blue note. The blue note is the D. So A flat, B, D flat. That's the magic right there. D, E flat, G flat. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. All right, so the magic happens when you're doing. My fault. Don't hit that F. Check this out. A lot of people do this. All right, so let's just start off showing you some preacher chord runs here. Now, sometimes what we do, we combine the A flat scale and what we do a little bit is we add this flatted third. 1, 2, 3, flatted third. So let me show you how this goes. So here we go right here. So all we do is 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. Wait, I'm sorry. That's 4. 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2. Actually, I'm with the 4 with this ring finger. I'm hitting the B and the B flat. I know some people can go. Or you can do with the 3, 4, 3, 2, 1. B, B flat, A flat. So here we go. So with the tritone right here, in the A flat, and the G flat, with the tritone, bass is on the A flat. So we just keep rocking this back and forth. So let me show you that. So with the bass, I'm going 1 to the 5. I'm sorry, to the 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 2, 5, 1. I showed you this. I'll show you again. G flat, C, down to the, then A flat, D. Now, one thing I didn't show you before is that before we get to the 4, which chord is the D flat 7, you can take that up to the C sharp minor 6. So with our right hand, we just going. And we can go over to, we can cross over and go to the E flat 2. Or so here we go. So I'm just going, let me go real slow. All right, so now another one I do before I get to the 1, I just do. So here we go with the thumb. We do B, 1, 2, 2, 2, slide. So 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, wait. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1. So thumb. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 3, 2, 1. I forgot that I kind of didn't know that I forgot that my 3 or my middle finger kind of rose the E flat to the D. Now I'm pretty sure that's not proper. Technically, you're supposed to really use every finger, which would mean that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. But I just use, since it's right there, I could just fling it down. So 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 3, 2, 1. So you just kind of start over. Then while I'm right over here with my number 2, I'll go all the way over here with my number 1. I swing it, just kind of cross it. So let's show. And then when we're doing that diminish, just cross over thumb. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So how that goes is just, so, all right, here's what we do. With the right hand, I play this diminish, and I extend the diminish with my left hand here. So I just go down. So it's like this. It's just like that. So. Then you can go up too if you want to. So well, it's just like so. So with my left hand, so just. Then go up, boom, dum, 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 dum. Now another one I do. Hold this G flat, and then this is number 3. This is number 2. With the 1. Right, like that. And you got to keep the Leslie switch on. So like this. So like this. Watch this. So that's how we do that one. So we do this one. Let's call it out B, D flat, D, E flat, G flat. Diminish. Just cross. Cross between the 1 and the 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. Then come back to the 4, 3, 2, 1. And then you could do a whole bunch. And then while you're doing the preacher chords, you can do a whole bunch of just do a whole bunch of solos with just the blues scale. Just make up your own blues scale. What sounds good to you? That's just, so watch this. So along the blues scale, make up your own stuff. And I'm playing it double with my left hand and right hand. So. Now here's one that we do. It's classic. It's classic. Let's add more of these. Let's pull some more of these out. Let's pull them all out and just go crazy with it. So. You playing in the lower registers too. Playing the lower. Now this is one thing I do too. So we go like this. E flat, F. Alright. E flat, F, boom, boom, ba, boom, ba, boom. This is 2, 2, 2, 3. So. So when you go into that one, it fits on that one. Then another one we do is a fit on the. So we go A flat, fling with the E flat, F. On that one. So I showed you this one. Then I showed this. I showed you this one. So. Then I showed you the circle when we went like this. So. Then I showed you the diminished crawl down. So just then you crawl up, boom, dun 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 dun. Okay, and then I showed you the Then I showed you the. Then I showed. Then you got to do the classic. So it's. Here's the regular. C, E flat, F, A flat, but we slide. So that's before you go into the one. Do it and do it in the low notes too. show you that one. I showed you that before, but I'm going to double up. That's the G minor, G sharp minor. So this is something I learned way back in the day when I first started playing the organ. It was like so we go like this. So we go that's the minor. G sharp minor, A flat minor. So then with your hands. All right, that's some runs in the shouting chords. Okay, here's a movement here that we do. We call this the chromatic movement, and it's it's just kind of like a talk music. This is kind of like a Jamal special. This is something that I do a lot on the organ. It sounds really good. You combine the tritones together with a nice talk music. It's kind of like just a movement. You can use it whenever. It's like random. It doesn't go with a song. It's just kind of like just a random talk music kind of thing. So I just kind of wanted to show you, and it's called the chromatic movement. So here's what it sounds like, and we'll go in detail. So, reason why we call it the chromatic movement, we're in the key of A flat still, because the bass, if you look at the bass, we start from the B flat, down to the A, down to the A flat, down to the G, and down to the G flat. So the bass just kind of go down chromatically. And all we're doing is using the tools that we used with the minor nine, the major nines, along with the tritone. So let's look at the first chords, okay? Let's just do the chords, and I'll go over. So starting with the B flat, left hand is going to be that B minor 9, A flat C, D flat F. Now what I do in my right hand is I go, so it's 1 2 2 3, 1 2 2 3. With my first finger, I'm just rolling this. So it goes like this. Just like that, okay? The second note is going to be a passing note, because as you know that the A is not in the key of A flat. So usually when the bass is not in the key of the note, then that usually signifies a passing tone. So once again, we showed you how to form the tritone. Remember what we said. If your tritone is A, then you're going to play the G, form the tritone with that, and then a half step up from that would be the G flat. And so just like that. So the left hand is going to be G, D flat, G flat, B, E flat. Okay? So what I did there, I just moved this tritone from this B to this to this E right here, which is the A chord. So after I go to the A, then I go to the A flat, then we play this A flat major 9. So that's what's the G, B flat, C, it's an E flat, and I layer it, just double layer it. So this one right here is the F tritone, F and the B. Right hand is going to be the E, A, D flat. This chord is a flat at 13th over a G, and this is a G flat major 9, which is the flat at 7th. So if we want to look at that, we're at the 2. And then this would be the flat at 2. This would be the 1. This would be the 7. This would be the flat at 7. Okay? So it goes like this. Now what I do, I go. While I'm sitting at the A, which is a 13 over A flat, I play a passing tritone, which is the G flat, C, F, B flat, D. So here's the movement all together. Then to resolve it, I just go back to the E flat over G. So when we play this, let's go to this F sharp. Another way we can play this F sharp that sounds cool is like this. B flat, E flat, F, E flat. It's E flat minor over a G flat. Add the 9. And so when I'm playing this G flat right here, we kind of do a passing tone with the D, F, E flat. So it sounds like this. Sorry about that. So there we go. That's the chromatic movement. All right. The title of this lesson is Transitioning from the Keyboard to the Organ. Okay. And once again, I want to let you know that this one organ DVD is not the end-all, be-all organ DVD. This is a jump starter DVD to get you ready and acclimated to feel a lot more comfortable in playing the organ. Okay. So one of the mindsets you have to understand is when you're transitioning from the keyboard to the organ, you can't use the same mindset. And so here's a few rules when transitioning from the keyboard to the organ, okay? Rule number 1, your lowest note is your bass note, and begin to play your bass note with your foot, okay? Begin to play your bass note with your foot, okay? Rule number 2 is begin to play the foundation chords of the song with your left hand. Okay? Begin to play the foundation of the song with your left hand. All right? And that's going to be very, very important. All right? Rule number 3, you have right hand that's open. So what do you do with your right hand? Use your right hand to either add support to your left or to do solos with your right hand, okay? Now, another rule is if you have to play the chords with your right hand because your foot is not as fast, then begin to use the top manual or the top keyboard for your bass. Okay. All right. So what we're going to begin to show you are some techniques to transitioning from the keyboard to the organ. Okay. So this is kind of like a real quick crash course. Once again, no one course is going to be the end all be all. And all the other DVDs are going to come into play, all the other private lessons, excuse me, and everything else. So, what we're going to begin to do, let's just use a simple A flat chord, okay? We're in the key of A flat. Now, this is probably a song that you would probably play in A flat, say Amazing Grace. Now, say I just played this like I was a keyboard guy. Now, as we stated before, you don't have a sustain pedal, okay? So the beauty of the organ is to begin to play clusters and stuff very close to the keyboard. So the key is to play things close, okay? So one of the techniques that we begin to use is clusters. Because remember, the main purpose of an organ is to provide a nice foundation pad. Yeah, you can comp sometime. But the main foundation of a gospel setting is the organ. So say we played He's sweet, I know, he's sweet, I know, he's sweet, I know. Dark clouds may rise, stormy winds may blow. I'll tell the world wherever I go. I found a Savior, and he's sweet, I know. So he's sweet, I know. So I was in the wrong key. He's sweet, I know. He's sweet, I know. Dark clouds may rise, and stormy winds may blow. I'll tell the world wherever I go that I have found a Savior, and He's sweet, I know. So let me just talk, just kind of talk this out. So the chords go, he's sweet, I know. 5-1-4. He's sweet, I know. And flat it out. So here we go. So he's sweet, I know, that one. So once again, I'm playing the one with my left hand. My right hand is just adding some flavor. So, all right, let's show this. So he's sweet, I know. And when he's sweet, I know. So what I did here, I just layered. I layered this one chord here. Or I could play the melody up top. So what I did, I began to play the whole foundation with my left hand and play the melody line with my right. So, hey, sweet, I know. Hey, sweet, I know. So that's how we do that. Now there are some tricks to playing that bass note. I mean the bass with your left hand. You don't have to play. You're just starting off, so you don't have to play every single foundation chord. Like, for example, here's what it would sound like when I'm playing with two hands. Now, you see how fast I went with my left hand? I mean, with the two hands, you're not going to necessarily go that fast with just your left hand. Okay, let's just be honest. There's a few cats out there, genius cats, that can do that. So what you do, you begin to play the foundation. So here I am. I'm going fast with my right hand. So you see how fast I'm going? But when you're doing with your left hand, you go, he's sweet, I know. Just the foundation. He's sweet, I know. Dark clouds may... So we play the E flat. Oh, clouds may rise. But stormy winds may blow. To the world, wherever I go. So the thing is, play the main chord, the foundational chords, and leave the passing tones up to your left hand. Leave the fatness up to your right hand. So you don't have to always play the he's when so play. You hear what I'm saying? So play the foundation with your let's just play anointing. Anointing. So fall on me. Anointing. Fall on me. Let the power of the Holy Ghost fall on me. So but if I was to play with both hands, I would be like So that's the full left hand, right hand. Okay. So what you can begin to do is just play the foundation. Anointing. So. And actually all those chords I kind of showed you. So I'm just kind of, this is not, don't worry about the chords. I know you're trying to get the chords and sound off at. Don't worry about the chords yet. I'm just kind of want to talk you through how to get through on the organ. So what you'll notice is that I combine, now if you look at all the stuff I taught you so far, I've showed you everything. For example, okay, let's do anointing. Okay, I haven't showed you these chords. Now this is with my right hand. This is that tritone I showed you. Diminish. Right hand. Left hand, right hand. Left hand, right hand. Shouting chords. So I showed you those chords. I showed you this let the power. That's shouting chords. I showed you that chord. So what I do, I switch back and forth between using my right hand and my left hand. So this is right hand. This is right hand. I'm just adding foundation here with my left hand. Tritone, left hand, right hand. Now, this is my left hand. This is, and I'm kind of adding some melody here. You know what? Let me do something for you. I'm gonna change both of these to to the same sound, the top and the bottom, so that you will get a chance to actually see my left hand and my right hand, okay? So my left hand is going to be up top and my right hand is going to be on bottom. Let me see, kind of. Now check this out. I'm going to just play with my right hand. I'm going to just play with my right hand and just my foot pedal without my left hand. Wait. So as you can see, I just play the foundation with my right hand, and then I just add a little support with my left hand. So this is like a little shed session. I know it's going to take a lot more. And once again, when you guys get frustrated, don't get frustrated, because this stuff takes years and years to come. Hopefully, you rewind it and you get a chance to see exactly what I'm doing with the keys and everything. So just wanted to give, this is kind of like a midpoint shed session, if so to speak. Okay. All right. Okay, now let's start getting to teaching you how to really actually run a nice service, okay? Chances are, if you're working this organ, then you're probably going to be in a old school type of church. You don't see too many organs in the new contemporary CCM type of churches there. Everything is pretty much keyboard. So chances are, if you are actually seeing a nice little keyboard, then chances are you are probably at a church that don't mind taking it back a little bit, and that's quite all right with me. The Bible says the kingdom of God is as a man who is as a Jewish man who come into the gospel have treasures of old and new. So you don't want to forget about the old school. Okay, so what we want to begin to do is the classic cliche says, if I give you a fish, you eat for a day. But if I teach you how to fish, you eat for a lifetime. So it would be virtually impossible for me to sit here and teach you every single devotional song in every single key. The goal behind all of my DVDs is for you to sit down and for me to begin to show you the patterns of what's really going on, the patterns so you can recognize the patterns, and you say, okay, this was just like this song Jamal showed me before. So let me apply the patterns, even though I can't teach you every song. The goal is not to teach you every song. The goal is to teach you the progressions of every song, so that when you hear the progression, you can play virtually any song. So let's set our drawbar settings here for a nice old school. All right, what I like to do, I like to pull this baby out, pull this out. Don't want to pull too much of this out. Just kind of give me a nice waterfall type of feel here. Gives me a nice old school feel. I don't pull these out because I want to be able to play some of the lower parts. I pull this out. I keep my percussion off. And since we're doing old school, let's turn the vibrato on here and give me a nice vibrato for old school. There we go. So that gives me a nice little old school thing going on there. So, all right, so we turn the volume up just a tad bit. We get our keys and stuff going. So now, we're going to start off with a nice little simple, probably the most basic devotional song you've ever heard, which is This Little Light of Mine. We're going to be in the key of A flat. Remember, it's your responsibility to sit down and write down all the chords for the other keys and everything, because I can't do that. The DVD would be entirely too long, and you won't get enough of the other meat. So even though I'm showing you an A flat, you should have it in the back of your head to do all of these movements in every key. I know it's hard to play in every key, but it's something that you just have to do. We all had to do it, and you got to go through. So now, when we're talking about this little light of mine, okay, I'm talking about this little light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine. Oh, this little light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. All in my home. I'm gonna let it shine. All in my home. I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. That's a classic, but that applies to a whole bunch of different songs. You don't know like I know what he's done for me. You don't know like I know what he's done for me. You only thing that changed is the ending. So all these songs are classics. So let's talk about the movements. Let's talk about what we do in the bass. Let's talk about this. Okay. First thing is, remember, the bass note determines the foundation, the root. So most of these songs, once again, I'm not going to teach you how to run your foot that fast, because you would have to know this little light of mine. I'm going to let it shine. This little light of mine. I'm going to let it shine. You know what I'm saying? You got to run that foot that fast, and you're not quite ready to run that foot. So let me show you the 1-4-1-5 method that gets you by. Okay. The reason why I took the drawbars out here is because every now and then this is a good setting for you to play the top manual in the bass. Okay. All right. So let's get this thing going. All right. So this goes from the 1-4 method. All right. It's the 1-4 method. It says, this little light of mine. 1-4. So this is 1, 1, 2. Let's do the scale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8. I'm sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. I only have a little bit of octave on my keys here. I got on my foot pedal. So the 1 would be here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we go 1, 5. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Go to the 4. This little 4, 1, 1, 4, 1, and then 2, 5, 1, and then back to the 5. This little light of mine. 7, 6, 7, 3, 7, 3, 6. Let it 1. And then we go 6, 2, 5, 1. Dun 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 dun. All right, that's how that goes. So we go 1, 4, 1, 4, 1. 4, 1. Let me show you that. So now what we do in our right hand, we comp. We're going to comp, because this is not padding. This is not like you play everything with the two hands and you chord with your left hand. You want to chord with your right hand on this one, because it's a lot of comping. What does comping mean? Comping is like when you pop, pop, pop. That's comping, just da, 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 da. Now, your left hand is going to add a few tritones and a few popping, a few accents in here. So let's look at this. So this, that chord right there is a G sharp minor or A flat minor, and then you slide this B into this C. So it's like going from the A flat minor to the A flat 6. So it's like. Then when we go to the E flat, we just basically go to that D flat over an E flat, but I cluster, so I add the 9. D flat, E flat, F, A flat. Let me show you what I'm doing in my thumb. Wait. Gotta slide that thumb. This is the thumb. Okay, so then we get, and after we go between the 1-5, then we go to the 1-4. So it's like, I'm gonna let it shine. It's that C augmented 7 sharp 9. That's the C, E. This is the perfect fourths here with the B flat, E flat, A flat, C in the bass. And this is a minor, D flat minor, 9. So it's gonna let it shine. 4-4-1. This little light of mine. And then back to the 1. I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine. Then here's the 7. You got to do. So it's like F, G, A flat, B flat. Tritone. Left is F and the B. Right hand is going to be F, A flat, C. Left hand is going to be E, B flat. Right hand is going to be E flat, F. That's the F minor, E flat, G, A flat, C. Boom, boom, boom. Then you go boom, boom, boom. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Boom, 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 boom. So if you go, then you gotta be. So it's like. So it goes. Left hand is going to be E flat. I mean, the bass is going to be E flat. The right hand is going to be this B, E flat, F, A flat. You just move this. This chord is like a F7 sharp 9. So you got A, E flat, F, A flat, B flat 7, A flat, D, A flat, B flat in the bass. That's a D flat sharp 11 over E flat. And it's a G, D flat, F, A flat. Then to end it off is. Then with your hand you go E flat, D, and then D flat. So let's do it slow. Now sometimes you could just these are ghost notes. You just take your fingers in your left hand and you can kind of just pop these right here. These are called ghost notes. You can just pop them like this. That's how it goes. So, what's that? Let it shine, oh, this little light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine. I'm gonna let it shine. Oh, shine, let it shine, let it shine. Now you can play the bass too with it. Let me show you that bass run if you decide to want to augment and play play the bass. You go back between playing the. Let me show you how to augment that with your with the right hand. So the bass I do is A flat. So the 1, 3, 4, flat at 5, 5, 6, flat at 7, 7, 1. So. Then I do boogie woogie when I go to the 4. The boogie woogie is 4, 6, 1, 2, flat at 3. So this. You can do that. See, you can go back. You can go between your foot pedal and go between your bass up here and augment off the 2. So. So that'll get you by one of those awesome devotional songs. So right, that's This Little Light of Mine. But remember, it's not just This Little Light of Mine. It's the classic devotional walk. Okay? Okay, what we're going to do, we're going to add a little bit of neo-soul to what we're doing. I got to add my neo-soul flavor a little bit. So, remember in all the other DVDs, I taught you that the crux of neo-soul lies in this minor 9. Okay? What's this minor 9? It's F minor 9. G minor 9, A flat minor 9. So the thing about it sounds really good on the organ when you just move it into like just circles of minor 9s, and it goes a little something like this. Let me see. Let's start. So it's like. So how that works is that I can go to C, D, F, G, A, and then B flat. It's kind of a weird scale. It's a C, D, and C minor 9. And how it works is C minor 9, D minor 9, F minor 9, G minor 9, A minor 9, B flat minor 9. So as long as I'm moving this scale of playing those minor 9s, it's gonna sound good. So if I go to the C minor 9 to the G minor 9, then to the A minor 9, then to the F minor 9. Now what am I doing in my left hand? I'm kind of layering, but only layering with 3 notes. So if this is my F minor 9, kind of play the A flat. See how I'm layering? So I go, so what I do, what I do. So let's do it real slow. So C minor 9, D minor 9, G minor 9, A minor 9, B flat, F, G, A flat, B flat, D. Okay, that's how that works. So let's go to the G. It's kind of cool how we do it. Do the kind of jazz. So G, F, A, B flat. So that. B flat, F minor 9, B flat, D, G. So we can, and then we could just do really simple talk music with those minor 9s. These chords out. E flat, G, A flat, C. So it's like this A flat, A flat. So the scale, all right, so if I'm playing this F minor 9, I can play a C minor blues scale. See? And then now I can play a D minor blues scale. G scale or E minor blues scale. So C minor blues scale goes with the F minor 9. The D minor blues scale goes with the G minor 9. The A minor 9 goes with the E minor blues scale. This goes with the B flat minor 9 goes with the F minor blues scale, and and then the D minor 9 goes with the A minor blues scale. All right, so let's just do this really kind of a little slow. So you can just, so when you're just kind of simply doing, you want to do some smooth jazz talk music, but not all the way, just enough to be a little different. So you just do. Then go to the D. Now. That's that neo soul stuff. So we go. So now we've been moving mostly in to see. Now, to really give it a nice neo soul feel, move in cycles of fourths and fifths. So what we would do, we would go to this B flat, then we would go to the F, then go to the A, then go to the D, then go to the C, then go to the G, flat, then go to the F. Now, one thing we can do, adding more into this neo-soul feel, we can substitute these minor nines with these major nines. So let me show you how this works. Let's go to the C minor 9, G minor 9. Then we go to the B flat minor. We're at the G minor 9. Let's go to the B flat minor 9. Now let's, instead of going to the F minor 9, let's go to the F major 9. The movement goes like this. B flat. So that's a little bit of neo-soul on the organ, okay? Okay, what we're going to do, we're going to show you this Chinese run. And we're in the key of A flat major, but it's kind of like F minor. So I would call this F minor with the blues scale. And this movement sounds really good on the organ. So if we're doing something like in the, like F minor, so that's how it goes. That's how it goes. Let me take it. So it's like, sounds really good on the low. So look at this. Now look at our settings here. Pull this out again. We got our let's turn our percussion on. Here we go. Actually, let's turn it off. I like it better off. So what we do here, we just simply, with double finger, we go left. This is my left hand, this is my right hand, because it's very hard to do it with one hand. So A flat, E flat, fourths of each other, perfect fourths of each other. So it's these two and these two. Perfect fourths. Right. So it's like. It's kind of hot right there. I like that one. So there we go. So it goes E flat, A flat, F, B flat, then scroll up. So then E flat, I'm sorry, B flat, E flat. So like that. That's that fat rond. Then you can go backwards too. So it's like, woo, that's funky. It's that Chinese run. It sounds very good when you double it up in fourths on the organ. Sounds really good. Okay, this is a little bit of a bonus I want to show you guys. We call this the perfect fourths. Okay, let's go back and talk about what we talked about. Let's look at these drawbar settings again. And remember what I said. When you pull this one out and this one out, they create harmonics, fifths and fourths of each other. Okay? Now, to piggyback on top of what the organ already does with these harmonics, here's a movement here real quick. We're going to be in C sharp or D flat on this one, okay? And to piggyback on this one, we're just going to show you the perfect fourths. Perfect fourths are awesome to play with the organ, and the perfect fourths look like this. So this would be a F perfect fourth. These are perfect fourths. It looks like this. C, F. So perfect fourths sound really good on the organ. So if I'm playing this perfect fourth here, let's add the G flat on the bass. It makes it a G flat major 7th flat 5. There's your flat 5. Okay? And we just move down. Sounds so abstract and dissonant that I had to show you this. So we in D flat. So we go to 4-3-2. So when we go to 4-3-2, 4-3-2, 1. So and I double up the bass here. So let's call it. Left hand is G flat. Right hand is gonna be C, F, B flat, F down to the F. Perfect fourth again, moving whole steps, B flat, E flat, A flat. It's a B flat, perfect fourth over an F. It's E flat, left hand, right hand is going to be A flat, D flat, and then G flat. It's a D major 7th, D flat major 7th, I'm sorry, F. C, F. We do it in any key. So, even sounds good without the bass, even if you're holding a C sharp. If we're in E flat, we're in A flat. So it sounds real good. So once again, it's notice I hit that. You can also hit this suspended here, G, C, F on that over top of that D flat. It's like a D flat major 7 sharp 5. So So that's it. That's that perfect fourth. So I wanted to show you.